Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and First Lady Melania Trump, accompanied by the Easter Bunny. Master Gunnery Sergeant Kevin Benier, accompanied by the President's own United States Marine Band, will now honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, thank you very much, everybody, and a very happy Easter to everyone. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and it's a beautiful day today. We don't have to worry about sunburn, but looks like it's not going to be raining. It's going to be really something special. 40,000, 42,000 people are expected all throughout the day, and it's an honor to have you. I just signed an executive order putting the flags of our country, all of them, all federal flags and state flags, at half-mast in honor of Pope Francis. So he was a good man, worked hard. He loved the world, and it's an honor to do that. I want to thank everybody for being here. This is some band. I've heard this band actually indirectly for 4 years and very directly now for 4.5. And I like the direct method even better. But the Marine Corps Band is very, very special. Thank you very much. What a great job. Thank you. Thank you. I also want to thank the National Park Service, the job they do in making everything so beautiful and spiffy. And I'm very difficult when it comes to that. I will tell you, very, very difficult. And I say they have done an incredible job. You just have to look around and see. And I just want to give a special thank you to our great First Lady who organized this entire event. She worked very, very hard on it. She worked very hard. I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm working on the egg roll. I said, that sounds like a lot of fun. And we're going to have a lot of fun in just a couple of minutes. But again, our country is doing very well. We had the highest number of recruits, enlistments that we've had in, I think, 28 or 29 years, and I'm sure we're going to actually beat that number. It's all happened. Since November 5th, it's all happened. Enrollment in the military is at a record, and enrollment in the police force, fire forces, and all of the different law enforcement groups. We're setting records, and 6 months ago, we couldn't get anybody. And now we're setting records. That's sort of testament to what's happening in terms of the spirit of our country. We love our country, and it's been something very, very special. And speaking of special, Easter is special, and it's one of our favorite days. It's one of our favorite periods of time. we're honoring Jesus Christ, and we're going to honor Jesus Christ very powerfully throughout our lives, all throughout our lives, not just now, all throughout our lives. We're bringing religion back in America. We're bringing a lot of things back, but religion is coming back to America. That's why you see the kind of numbers that you're seeing, the spirit and the kind of numbers that you're seeing. So we're going to come down and join you right now. But I just want to wish everybody once again, happy Easter and enjoy your lives. We're going to have a great 4 years. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Money. We're already 25% on cars and aluminum and steel, taking in a lot of money, more money than this country's seen, and that's just the beginning. I don't know yet. We're going to be briefed on it right now. In fact, I'm going to the Oval Office.
Would you like to go? Would you like to go?
Well, I don't know. I just have to look at the timing. We just lowered the flags throughout the country.
On these Ukraine talks over the weekend, is there a proposal from the United States that Ukraine recognize Crimea as part of Russia?
So I will be giving you a full detail over the next 3 days, but we had very good meetings on Ukraine, Russia. We had very good meetings actually on Iran too. We'll see how that works.
I was going to ask you about that too. What's the next step here?
Next step is we need a little time, but we had very good meetings on Iran. We had very good, and the tariffs are going very well, as you know.
Pope Francis's legacy.
He's a very good man who loved the world, and he especially loved people that were having a hard time, and that's good with me.
He preached tolerance for migrants. He preached tolerance for migrants.
He did.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I hear they're doing that whole thing again. Here we go again. It's just a waste of time. He is doing a great job.
Why do you still have holidays?
Because he's doing a great job. Ask the Houthis how he's doing.
There's a hearing today on the Alien Enemies Act in the DC District Court. Your thoughts on that, Mr. President?
Well, we were elected to clean up the mess of this country. And we had millions and millions of people come in who are criminals, who are murderers, who are everything you can imagine, drug lords, drug dealers. They came in from prisons and from mental institutions. And I was elected to move them out, among many other things. And that's what we're doing.
Mr. President,
There's no ask the Houthis how much this function is. There's none. Pete's doing a great job. Everybody's happy with him. We have the highest recruitment numbers I think they've had in 28 years. No, he's doing a great job. It's just fake news. They just bring up stories. I guess it sounds like disgruntled employees. You know, he was put there to get rid of a lot of bad people, and that's what he's doing. So you don't always have friends when you do that.
Should we stop using the app?
I'm going to be. I will be there. I hope to be there.
McLeod course you're going to open up?
We're opening a fantastic project there, yeah. And I hope I'm going to get to see it.
Look forward to seeing it.
It's going to be great. Thank you.
Mr. President,
will you comply with the Supreme Court's ruling on Abrego Garcia?
I comply with everything.
Mr. President, immigrants, you've ordered a lot of them to leave the country, but their travel to Haiti is almost nearly impossible because flights have been suspended. What do you make of that?
Well, I make of the fact that we have to have a safe country, that people are in our country illegally, and that people are, if they have records that are very bad in particular, we have to get them out. I was, as you know, elected on the basis that we would have very little crime in our country. They don't want illegal immigrants. We've closed up the border. The border is now the strongest border we've ever had.
These are Haitians who came legally through that Biden-era program, who their communities, even in Texas, conservative voters saying these people should not be forced to leave.
Well, if they came legally, then they're going to be in good shape.
So you're not going to deport them? There's a Thursday deadline.
Thank you.
President Trump. Happy Easter, Mr.
Happy Easter, Mr. President.
How you doing?
Hi there. Thank you. How you doing, sir?
So, you doing all right? I'm doing good. I like this guy too.
No, you know,
I see you, sir. How are you? This is my fiance.
How are you?
they're getting married in 2 weeks. Any advice for the new?
Yeah, make sure you like each other. don't get mad.
Yeah. Hey, real quickly, you talked about Jesus in your opening statement. How important is this country right now to?
Very important. It brings the country together. I mean, it's so important if we could do that. Religion. I said, bring religion back. Religion keeps you together. It's such a great thing.
Do you plan to go to the Vatican to pay your respects to the Pope? Because do you plan to go
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Easter.